Something is moving toward Earth. Not a meteor. Not an asteroid. Something different. A glowing traveler from the far reaches of interstellar space. A fragment of the unknown, cutting across the void with silent determination. Astronomers call it Three-Eye Atlas. But to those watching its behavior, it has become something far more intriguing, a cosmic enigma shattering our understanding of how objects move through space. Over the past few weeks, telescopes around the world have noticed disturbing activity beyond the orbit of Mars. The latest observations show that Three-Eye Atlas is accelerating, its path bending ever so slightly toward the inner solar system, possibly toward Earth. At first, scientists dismissed the anomaly. They blamed solar radiation pressure, an everyday force that nudges comets along their path. But that explanation collapsed when China released astonishing high-resolution images from its Tianwen-1 Mars probe. The images revealed the object in haunting detail. A radiant emerald glow, a tail stretching millions of kilometers, and an eerie pulse of light flickering in near-perfect intervals. It wasn't just moving. It was changing. From orbit around Mars, Tianwen-1 captured something no one expected, the comet's brightness pulsing like a heartbeat. Its tail shifting direction in ways gravity alone cannot explain. And most unsettling of all, a subtle but measurable increase in velocity. As if something was pushing it. Then Harvard astrophysicist Dr. Avi Loeb, known for his bold theories on interstellar visitors, entered the conversation. Loeb announced that Three-Eye Atlas behaves unlike any comet in recorded history. Its acceleration pattern resembles objects influenced by forces we haven't fully modeled, possibly solar magnetic fields or interactions with exotic interstellar material. Loeb compared it to earlier mysterious visitors, noting that some objects may possess highly reflective or unusual chemical surfaces capable of reacting strongly to sunlight. But then he asked the question that electrified the scientific world. What if Three-Eye Atlas isn't a random fragment, but a messenger from a place we've never explored, a remnant of a long-dead star system carrying the physics of another sun? His words spread across the internet like wildfire. Soon after, theoretical physicist Dr. Michio Kaku offered his own chilling analysis. According to Kaku, the object is moving as though guided by invisible strings. Its trajectory doesn't follow a simple curve, it twists, oscillates, as if space itself is bending slightly around it. Kaku stated, "This could be our once-in-a-lifetime chance to examine the chemistry of another solar system." But its behavior is baffling. It's as though the comet is responding to forces we do not yet understand. Dark matter. Interstellar plasma flows. Gravitational waves rippling through the fabric of spacetime. All suddenly back on the table. Meanwhile, astronomers re-examined older footage from the Virtual Telescope project. Months ago, faint flickers were seen near Neptune, strange distortions dismissed as camera glitches. But the new Chinese images show the same patterns. Those early distortions weren't errors. They were the first signals of Three-Eye Atlas entering our solar system. Now Earth's telescopes confirm more anomalies. The comet's core contains abnormally high concentrations of cyanogen gas and long-chain carbon molecules, compounds that glow vividly green. These materials are unstable. They should be fragmenting the comet. Yet somehow, it stays whole. Growing brighter. Loeb suggests the nucleus may be hollow or strangely layered, possibly containing materials never before seen. Kaku speculates it might be reacting to gravitational interference from something massive far beyond Neptune. Maybe the mysterious Planet 9. Or something even stranger. But the most unsettling discovery comes from Tianwen-1 itself. In one image sequence, scientists found a faint circular shadow trailing behind the comet's core, too symmetrical to be random dust. Some now dare to ask, does 3I Atlas have a companion? A secondary body locked to it through deep time? A miniature interstellar system drifting into ours? And then, Tianwen-1's most recent images show the comet's twin tails glowing in perfect symmetry. Not the normal single dust trail. 2. Running parallel. Gleaming with eerie precision. Kaku weighed in again. Dual tails of such symmetry suggest magnetic alignment. This comet may be moving through a region of unusually structured magnetic fields. Earth-based observatories report something even more bizarre. The comet's light pulses sometimes triple in brightness in just hours, then fade instantly. These pulses synchronize perfectly with solar flare activity recorded by NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory. It's as if the comet reacts to the Sun in real time, even across millions of kilometers. And as it continues accelerating, projections now show it could pass extremely close to Earth's orbital path in the coming months. Not a collision, but a breathtaking flyby, possibly within a few million kilometers. A once-in-human history spectacle. For now, scientists stand in awe. The world watches. And questions grow louder. Is 3I Atlas simply ice and dust? Or the beginning of something far bigger? 3I Atlas continues its silent journey toward the inner solar system, and every passing day brings new revelations, stranger, darker, and more impossible than the last. As the comet approaches the orbit of Mars, more telescopes lock onto it, and the emerging data paints a picture unlike anything ever observed. The light curve, normally a simple graph of a comet's brightness, is behaving chaotically. It rises and falls in sharp, rhythmic pulses. Not random flares. Not irregular outgassing. These are perfect intervals, almost as if the object is responding to external signals. When astronomers overlaid the comet's brightness spikes with solar flare data from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, the entire scientific community froze. Every pulse aligns exactly with the timing of solar flare eruptions. Once adjusted for light travel time, the match is down to the second. Nothing reacts that precisely across that distance. Nothing except something that senses solar conditions almost instantly. Some researchers propose that the comet contains highly conductive materials capable of resonating with the Sun's magnetic field. Others speculate about exotic ices that undergo rapid chemical excitation. But a growing number whisper the question no one wants on record. Is it natural? Meanwhile, Tianwen-1 detects subtle shifts in the comet's rotation rate. One moment it spins slightly faster, the next it slows. It's behaving like an object adjusting itself, correcting course. And then comes another shock. Infrared scans revealed temperature patterns that shouldn't exist. Parts of the nucleus heat up, then cool rapidly, forming geometric areas of warmth, triangular, rectangular, and circular zones, too uniform to be random. Some scientists quietly compare them to thermal panels. Others insist the nucleus might not be a solid block of rock at all, but an assembly of layered materials. At the same time, observatories in Chile and Spain detect a faint, repeating radio signature near the comet. It's weak, like background static, but has structure. The signal rises and falls in a pattern that matches the comet's own light pulses. Not communication. Not a message. But a feedback loop, as if the object emits energy in rhythm with its environment. Then something even stranger emerges. Astronomers studying its trajectory notice micro-oscillations, tiny deviations in its path, as though the comet is lightly tugged by an invisible force. Some propose gravitational waves. Others suggest the comet may be passing through a filament of dark matter. But then comes the theory that captures global attention. What if 3I Atlas formed in a region of space with different physical conditions, different magnetic fields, different interstellar chemistry, and it still remembers those conditions? A fossil of a forgotten star system, carrying the physics of its birthplace. As its approach continues, the faint circular shadow spotted behind the comet gets clearer. Earth-based telescopes confirm it. The object trailing behind has its own reflective signature. A small companion orbiting it like a moon. The possibility hits hard. We're not tracking a single interstellar visitor. We're tracking a binary system that survived the void between stars. And they're heading toward the inner solar system. Now the world watches as 3I Atlas approaches the Sun. As it heats up, its emerald glow intensifies, lighting the darkness with a surreal green fire. The twin tails stretch farther and straighter, aligning as though caught in a vast, unseen magnetic stream. Scientists prepared to study the flyby at unprecedented detail. Space agencies ready their telescopes. Humanity holds its breath. Because this is no ordinary comet. It is a messenger. A relic. A cosmic question racing across space. What forces guide it? What history does it carry? Is it a natural wanderer, or a fragment of something older, stranger, perhaps even engineered? As it closes the distance between its lonely trajectory and our fragile world, one question now echoes across every observatory and every scientific conference. Is this simply a comet, or the first chapter of a much larger